Chelsea, do you have a moment right now?
Sure, I have the time. What's the matter?
Well, I'm taking my PTO and I'm at Hot Springs. I feel bad for causing you trouble, so that's why I decided to reach out to you.
You don't have to worry about it. You're entitled to your PTO. I hope you have a great time.
Thanks, I'm having a great time so far. By the way, what are you doing right now? Are you having dinner?
No, I already had my dinner. I'm drinking as I enjoy some foreign dramas.
Ah, that's good. Are you watching it with your husband?
No, my husband is on a business trip. I'm spending a relaxing time to myself.
I see. That's right. He said he'll tell you that he's on a business trip.
What do you mean by that?
What?
Well, I didn't really get what you said.
I'm telling you that he told me that he'll just say that he's on a business trip as he leaves the house. I forgot about that.
I'm not quite sure what you're telling me.
I'm telling you that Christopher told me about that.
When? I believe the last time you and Christopher met was at a home party 6 months ago.
You're wrong. We met there, and we started growing our love from there.
What?
So Christopher and I have been in love since then. We're in the middle of that as we speak.
Are you telling me that you're with Christopher right now?
That's right. I saw your husband who makes $30K monthly income.
$30K monthly income? Do you even realize what you're saying? You're telling me that you're having an affair with Christopher?
I guess so. We have no choice but call it an affair for now. But we're not going to end it with just an affair. I plan on being with him. You need to break up with Christopher.
You're being ridiculous.
I'm being serious. Your luxurious home is going to be mine soon, too.
Hold on a second. Are you being serious?
I told you that I'm being serious. I loved your house ever since I was invited to your home party. A high-income husband and a luxurious mansion that anyone would want to live in. You had everything that I've ever deserved.
Deserved?
That's right. A beautiful woman like me deserves a husband like him and a house like that. On the other hand, an ugly woman like you doesn't deserve that. So I'm telling you that I don't mind taking it.
It doesn't work like that. Both Christopher and this house is mine.
Look, have you ever seen yourself in the mirror? A woman with your looks doesn't deserve to live in that house. You should realize that the other people are talking about how you don't deserve him. An ugly woman has a whole different set of lifestyle that she deserves.
You're no one to say anything like that.
Anyway, can you just hurry up and break up with Christopher? I want to move into that house and upload Instagram photos of the house. Did you know that my Instagram has been viral as a beautiful working woman, Molly? I'm sure it'll go even more viral if I upload pictures of that house. So will you hurry up and move out?
You're kidding me. I can't possibly do that. Ashley, can I talk to you about something? Sure. What's the matter? This is unusual. I'm sorry to reach out so late at night. You don't have to worry about that. I was bored at home anyway. Thanks. There was something that I was concerned about. Did something happen? You know how Molly took her PTO today? Yeah, she did. Seems like she's at a hot springs right now, and it sounded like my husband was there with her. Huh? What the heck? I don't get it either. And so Molly started telling me that after they've been having an affair for 6 months now. What? Seriously? Did she tell you about it? That's right. I didn't think she would be telling me about it, so I reached out to my husband right away. Your husband isn't home, right? No. He said he'll be on a business trip. I see. So I've been trying to call him, but he's not picking up. I see. Yeah, and I'm feeling insecure about it. So she might be telling the truth. You think so too? I only met your husband once, so I'm not sure about his personality, but I know Molly. She was eyeing your husband the entire time during the home party. She was muttering to herself that she envied you. Maybe she was after him since then. I see. So then, she said something in the nature of wanting to take this house from me too. What is she even thinking? She can't do that. She must have gone after my husband without even knowing anything. Well, but then, maybe Molly is being delusional. So, you can't rush for the conclusion. You're right, but now that this is happening, there are other reasons I would believe that she's telling the truth. You shouldn't overthink at this time. You need to first talk to your husband about it before deciding anything. Okay, got it. Just hold yourself together. I'm always on your side no matter what. Thanks. I'll let you know if anything happens. Molly, can I talk to you for a moment?
Are you finally ready to break up?
Christopher came home earlier and told me all about it. I had a feeling about it when he never picked up my calls, though.
Seriously, I told him that I told you about our relationship, and he ended up panicking. It was kind of lame of him, but it's fine, since you're finally aware of our relationship. So, what happened after you talked to him?
He admitted your relationship with him, and we decided to break up.
That's so good to hear. So, please gather your belongings and leave that house immediately.
Hold on. That's not something that can be decided so quickly. There are a lot of things that we need to discuss as we proceed with a divorce. It's different. It's different than how any other couple breaks up.
Huh? So what are you going to do? Do I have no choice but to wait?
I guess so.
Seriously? Ugh. I want to hurry up and live in that house.
By the way, why was it Christopher?
Huh? What?
It's true that Christopher makes income, but that's something you found out after being in a relationship with him, right? I had never revealed his salary to you.
Well, I could tell that he's making good income considering how luxurious your house is.
I see. It's true that Christopher makes income. He has no choice but to.
Huh? What do you mean?
Never mind. But since you're a famous Instagrammer, and you're also a beautiful woman, don't you have other richer boys hitting on you?
Well, I guess you're right about that.
Then why?
The reason? Well, it was also because I wanted to steal your husband and your house.
What? Why?
I hated you so much. You're ugly, and yet you have far better living standards than me. I used to be happy by choosing not to marry anyone and getting money off of rich geezers' attention. At least I thought I had a nice living standard, but after seeing you, I felt pathetic. I really hated how you bragged about your house. And since you were bragging, I decided to take it away from you.
I wasn't trying to brag or anything. I wanted you and Ashley to enjoy some relaxing time. And that's why I threw that home party.
You're lying. You looked all proud of yourself. And since you were bragging just to get on my nerves, I decided to retaliate.
I really didn't mean it that way.
Shut up. I don't want to hear any excuses. I'm going to live in that mansion, so I want you gone. By the way, how do you feel right now? I've never felt like I was a loser before. So I was hoping you would tell me. I'm curious.
That's enough. I understand how you feel about me. I have no mercy for you then.
Oh, what are you going to do? You're not going to lock yourself up in the house, are you?
I won't do that.
Hey, when are you going to finally file for the divorce? No matter how much you resist, you can't change the future that you and Christopher will break up. Hurry up and make up your mind. And you need to immediately move out of that house.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What? You promised that you'd break up with Christopher. How much longer are you going to make me wait?
I've been single.
What?
Why are you surprised?
I mean, you still live in that mansion, right?
That's right.
That house belongs to Christopher, right? If you broke up with him, you'd better move out.
You've been saying all that all along, but this is my house.
Did you take that house as part of the marital asset for the divorce? Is that why it took you so long for you guys to discuss the divorce?
You're wrong. This is my house. It has nothing to do with whether I were to break up with him or not. I own this house all along.
You're not even making any sense. You can't afford to buy that house. We work for the same company.
Sure, I wouldn't afford it with our salary alone, but then I've always been investing ever since I was a student.
Investing?
That's right. I've been working part-time by passing out newspapers. And I've been investing with that income to slowly gain more. And since I've been able to save up a lot, I've decided to buy this house. So, I'm the owner of this house.
That can't be possible. I mean, you said that your husband bought the house for you.
I mean, isn't it strange if I were to suddenly buy this mansion? You would have probably called me a liar or give me a side eye. So that's why I decided to tell people that Christopher was the one who bought it. By the way, even with Christopher's income, he wouldn't afford to buy this house. He wouldn't get his finance pre-approved.
Really? So does that mean that you truly own the house?
That's right. And so I broke up with him and had him move out of the house. Hasn't he reached out to you?
No, not yet.
I'm sure he's busy looking for a new place to live. You should probably reach out to him later. I'm sure he'll see you immediately.
But he doesn't own a house.
That can't be helped. I own this house.
Hold on a second. What about marital asset? Wouldn't Christopher be entitled to half of that house after getting divorced?
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
Why not?
Marital assets get divided by half. But when a couple is filing for a divorce because of an affair, the one at fault for the divorce will get to take less. And in this case, Christopher didn't get to take anything out of our marital asset. I let him take his own car, or whatever he truly owned for himself.
Please tell me that you're lying.
I'm telling you the truth. Are we done talking now? I have a lot of things to take care of.
Hey, Ashley, were you aware that Chelsea bought that house with her own income?
Yes, I was aware. But why are you suddenly asking?
Seriously? Why didn't you tell me about it?
I didn't really have to tell you. Chelsea didn't really seem like she wanted me going around telling others.
In that case, were you guys leaving me out? Why did she tell you?
No, you always post everything on Instagram, right? She didn't want to tell you because she knew you'd do that.
What the heck? I'm the victim here.
Of what?
I approached Chelsea's husband thinking that I'd get to live in that mansion.
What are you even talking about? You're not a victim. Chelsea is. You better quit the joke.
Why are you getting all upset? It's not like I'm at fault for everything.
What makes you think it's okay to even say that?
Besides, Christopher ended up being in a relationship with me right away. Doesn't that mean that Chelsea was such a failure in life? Since she was the one who bought that house, she must have been bragging about it to him too. And that was probably why Christopher decided to come to me, since he hated her. So it's not right for me to be treated as if I'm the only bad guy here.
That's just your assumption, right?
Well, I'm sure I'm right.
Look, you don't even realize why she bought that house.
Huh?
Buying a house was their common goal. And if they were to ever have a baby, Chelsea had always wanted to raise a baby in an environment full of nature. And that was when they found a great land. And since the location will offer easy access to our office and an ideal environment to raise a child, so she spent all of her savings to buy that house. Didn't think that she'd ever find such a great deal, so she decided to go for it. That's how much she cherished her family. But her husband ended up betraying her. That means that you and her husband are at fault for everything. Chelsea is only the victim.
But even then...
I can't keep listening to your lame excuses. And let me tell you that I will be reporting this matter to our workplace.
Huh? Hold on a second. This is something personal, and it has nothing to do with the company.
Even then, I don't feel comfortable working with a colleague who stole someone else's husband. So I need you to get transferred to a different department or branch.
Why do I have to go through that?
It's because Chelsea is so much better at what she does, and she's being cherished by the company. Besides, you're at fault for everything this time around. So you'd better face your consequences.
Wait, hold on a second.
No, as Chelsea's friend, I'm never going to forgive you.
What in the world is going on?
Oh? What's the matter? I heard you got transferred to a different branch.
That's none of your business.
Well, I guess you're right. So did something happen?
You didn't say anything about Christopher.
Didn't say anything. About what?
How about Christopher was in debt?
Ah, about that. I was aware, but I figured I didn't really need to tell you.
You better be kidding. I thought he was making so much income, but he turned out to be in debt.
He used to be a gambling addict. He's been spending money to bet on anything possible. Ever since before we got married, he'd spend all his paycheck on gambling. And because of that, he ended up being with a huge debt. When we were getting married, I told him I'd only marry him if he were to quit gambling. He then truly quit gambling, and he's been trying his best to repay his debt. But because it was such a huge debt, he still has a long way to go before he fully pays it off.
Why did you ever marry a man like him?
That was the only thing I didn't like about him. He wasn't the type who would go gambling without getting a job. He was working as hard as he can to repay his debt, and I don't really mind it. That's why I married him. Is it different in your case?
Of course not. Why do I have to marry a man in huge debt?
But he truly makes a $30K monthly income.
Even then, he'd have to spend most of it to repay his debt, and then he'd have to pay you compensation, so he's left without almost nothing.
I forgot about that.
His living situation is as good as a poor student.
But it can't be helped.
Even if he's helpless, I don't want to end up stuck with his lifestyle.
So, haven't you been seeing Christopher anymore?
I plan on breaking up with him, but I wanted to tell you about it.
I see.
But I don't consider this a failure.
Oh, really?
Of course not. I have a bunch of boys hitting me up on Instagram. All I have to do is choose a nice man out of them. Besides, I chose Christopher just to get to you. There's no reason why I had to be with Christopher.
I see. Good luck finding a nice man then.
I'll do that without you telling me to. Just keep an eye on my Instagram, okay? You'll see me turn richer and richer. I'll keep posting about it.
Go ahead and please yourself.
What are you going to do about this?
Huh? Again? What is it? I didn't do anything.
You're kidding. You're the only person who could have done this.
What happened?
Someone revealed on social media that I stole your husband. And I'm getting so many hostile comments on my Instagram.
Revealed it?
That's right. Someone wrote about me and Christopher on social media. And that went viral, and my account is on fire.
I don't know anything about it. I don't plan on doing anything like that either.
Then who did this?
I don't know. But all of our colleagues are aware about what you've done. Rumors spread quickly. Well, I don't really care about what people say, though.
So was it one of our colleagues?
That's a possibility, and maybe it was someone else who found out from our colleagues. Either way, it's impossible for you to find out who the culprit was. There's too many people who know what happened. It feels like there are a lot of people who hold grudges against you, too. You tend to make people your enemy.
What do you mean by that?
But then what's the huge deal? What went viral is the truth, and I'm sure people will forget about the affair soon. Besides, you don't really need to care so much about the comments you're getting on your Instagram.
No, it's not okay.
Why not?
I quit my job after deciding to start making serious money with Instagram.
What? Really?
That's right. I had a few contracts to advertise a few products too, but because of this whole rumor, I lost all of them. And to add, all the rich, old men who are willing to hang out with me ended up vanishing from me too.
Ah, so they all cut ties with you.
What are you going to do about this? If only you told me.
Told you what?
About how you bought the house for yourself and about how Christopher was in debt. If only you told me everything, I wouldn't have laid my hands on your husband.
Don't you realize that it was a huge mistake for you to have laid your hands on anyone's husband?
You might be right, but then...
I lost my family just because you were taking it out on me. I bought a house and I thought we were living happily from now on. But you destroyed everything for me. And I can't believe you're victimizing yourself like that.
I'm not the one at fault.
Sure, Christopher is at fault too. He's suffering his life because of what he's done. And in that case, you should suffer as much as he's suffering. Stop blaming others and you should go on suffering your life.
I've suffered so much more than you have. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm blocking your number to make sure that you can't reach out to me anymore. I'll be checking your Instagram page from now on too. I'll be looking forward to your posts so I can see how you're doing. After giving up to earn serious money on Instagram, Molly started making a living off of a part-time job. However, because she was slightly well known, everyone would give her a side eye no matter where she worked at, and she's been struggling to keep her job. I heard she currently works as a nighttime cleaning crew to somehow afford to live. By the way, Christopher has suffered to repay his debt and compensation, and he ended up borrowing money from a different loan company. I could tell that he'll be struggling even more from now on. On the other hand, I've been continuing to live in the mansion. Feels a bit lonely living in such a huge house. But ever since the divorce, Ashley has been visiting me quite often. My friends have been very supportive. Once I feel emotionally calmer, I'd like to sell this house and the land to buy a nice condo so I can open a brand new chapter of my life.